Hey guys, what is up? This is Mr. A. Crizzy here, and I wish you all Americans out there a happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, if you see my previous videos, yes, I am here at my beach condo for Thanksgiving this year, like I always go to every year. But yeah, so hope you all out there are enjoying your Thanksgiving so far. And so, in today's movie review, I'm gonna be doing a horror movie review on this Hulu film that came out in 2019. And this review is going to be on Pilgrim. So in this film, Pilgrim is about a woman who invites Pilgrim reenactors to her family's Thanksgiving celebration as an effort to remind them of their privilege, to help them bond with one another. And yeah, that's pretty much the basic plot on what Pilgrim is about, the 2019 film. So Despite this film being feature length, this film Pilgrim is actually part of a Hulu streaming show called Into the Dark. So technically, this is season 2, episode 2 of the show itself, Into the Dark, which I wasn't even aware of that show, Into the Dark. So this video is technically it's like I'm reviewing an episode of a show, which I wasn't completely aware of until I heard about this film. But I'm still gonna call this film. I'm still gonna call it a movie review, because this is technically a film, because it's like feature length. So we'll go with that. So yeah. So I think earlier this month I've been doing research on Thanksgiving films, and I actually heard it, and I actually came across this one on Letterboxd lately, and of course, yeah, last night I actually watched it on Hulu. And I gotta say, Pilgrim was actually a fun time. I thought Pilgrim was actually a fun film, a fun Thanksgiving horror film. And if you guys out there thought Eli Roth's Thanksgiving was the first time that Thanksgiving was featured in a horror movie, well, think again. This is the film right here. That this is actually Thanksgiving in a horror movie, which is Pilgrim. And plus, plus, Thanksgiving was also featured in some other horror films too, like Thanksgiving, which I heard those sucked. But all I can say is this film Pilgrim, I thought worked well, and I thought when it comes to this, when it comes to in terms of this being a slasher type film, I gotta say some of the kills I thought were pretty unique, and one of them was pretty dull, while at the same time most of the other kills actually worked well together, and it's like. And I think when it comes to them, it's actually played out pretty well. And it's and I gotta say, in terms of the last act being the final battle against the main bad guy in this film, it makes it definitely one of the best parts about this film, and also definitely one of the grossest things I've seen in a horror movie. Well, not really saying much in terms of this comparing to the 2023 film Thanksgiving, but this film came out in 2019, and yeah, and of course, and for this being season 2, episode 2 of Into the Dark, this is also the 14th film in the Into the Dark series on Hulu. Which, yeah, I don't really watch the show since like I said, I never even heard of it until I came across this film. But after watching this movie, I actually did watch the Dead Meat Kill Count video for this film, and it was actually pretty interesting. And it's it's actually pretty interesting, and I gotta say, I think when it comes to the acting performances here, I thought the performances I thought worked pretty well. Yeah, I thought it worked well, and of course, since I have Hulu with ads on them, the film actually comes to a good stopping point when it cuts to black, and I get a montage of ads. But that's what makes this a good experience for a Hulu streaming film. It cuts to black just right at the perfect time for a series of ads. And yeah, it's kind of hard to believe that this movie actually came out on November 1st of 2019. That was actually the same day Motherless Brooklyn came out, which Motherless Brooklyn I really loved. My Uncle Charles liked that film a lot. And I think in terms of Into the Dark, some other episodes from what I've read, some other episodes of Into the Dark were actually like holiday horror episodes, which as far as since I heard from the Dead Meat Kill Count video on this film. And yeah, and of course the film's not even that long either. It's a very short movie, like, because this movie's like an hour and 20 minutes, so it's like 80 minutes. It's like very short. But yeah, and of course, I was pretty satisfied by the way it ended. Like I'm not gonna spoil the ending, but yeah. So overall, Pilgrim was a fun, great Thanksgiving horror flick, and I'm gonna give Pilgrim 4 stars out of 5. I liked it. So yeah, even if you've never watched Into the Dark, and if you just want to watch something like Thanksgiving horror related that's not like Eli Roth's Thanksgiving, then I say this is a good one to check out. If you have Hulu, then yeah. So there you have it, guys. That's going to be it for my movie review on Pilgrim. Hope you guys liked it. And with that being said, thanks for watching as always. And if you're not subscribed yet, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. And also make sure to like this video as well. With that being said, until next time, this is Mr. A. Crizzy saying, Happy Thanksgiving, and goodbye everybody, and that's about it.